Hello, I wanted to welcome you to our Healthy Holiday Challenge. It's a challenge in a certain way because it's a call for all of us to become just a little bit more aware and to play with the borders and play with the lines between structure and flexibility. And I think that those two extremes can be quite important in the holiday season. So I don't think that any of us would say that we want to be, unhealthy or that we want to feel heavy and weighed down or we want to feel fatigued. But sometimes the most enjoyable activities, the most enjoyable foods and beverages end up making us feel that way later. So finding a border between having structure in the parts of our days and the parts of our weeks that we have a little more control, so maybe during our work week, and then to be able to have flexibility to make healthy, nourishing, but enjoyable decisions on the weekends or during those work parties or family gatherings. So, a couple of pieces of advice that I have for you before we begin just this 5 day group. They're very gentle pieces of advice, so don't get too scared. The first is very simple, but very, very important, and it's to drink lots and lots of water. Drink more water than you normally would. In our guidelines, we have the recommendation of starting out your day with at least a mug of hot water, maybe with some lemon in it, and it's just a way to get your digestive system kind of gently woken up instead of pouring food in and rushing out the door. It also forces you to slow down and slow down in the morning. So it might mean the sacrifice of waking up 3 or 5 minutes earlier, but then it's a really nice way to start your day. To start your day with quiet, to start your day maybe with just 3 extra breaths as you sip that water. Perhaps to start your day reading something inspirational. But then throughout the day, also following up your meals with water. When you're feeling hungry or low energy, drinking some water. And that's not to substitute a meal, but sometimes, especially in the wintertime and especially in drier climates, when we're feeling kind of that discomfort in our belly, oftentimes we're dehydrated also. So, sipping more water throughout the day. The second piece of information or recommendation is to go through the grocery list, to go through your meal recommendations and recipes, and to decide what's going to work for you. So some of the recipes, the menu was put together very intentionally based on some meals are more hearty. There's a lot of like potato and squash and pumpkin in this particular meal plan because of this time of year. Um, for some of us, that might feel pretty heavy, and for some of us, it might feel a little unfamiliar to have less meat and less bread or grains in our diet. So go through the meal plan, decide what's going to work for you, have backup plans. When my parents and I go hiking, they carry what they call Krabby bars or granola bars with them because I get cranky if my blood sugar is low and I get cranky if I'm hungry. So definitely have backup plans. There are snack recommendations also in the guidelines. And then decide before you begin how closely you're going to commit to following this meal plan for the next 5 days. And people who follow it to a T are no better than people who, use some recipes and weave them in with their usual meal plan. But I want you to make a commitment and make a decision. So that's where your structure comes in. And then that way, as certain things don't work throughout the week, or you want a little more flexibility, you have that foundation and you have the foundation of recipes to work with. So you can swap some things out or make extra portions if you really liked, or you really like the fig and salad. You can make 4 portions of that instead of 2 and substitute it for something else. So have a plan, but allow for a little bit of structure. And the third strong recommendation, is for you to check in daily. These groups only work if you do. And that sounds so like cliche, but really, the more vocal you are, the more that you share both your frustrations and your I feel great moments, the better that these groups work together and congeal and become a true community of support. So I will be sharing daily. I'll be sharing daily posts, and then I'll be showing my meals. But I also encourage you to, take these private groups. Are you have a full invitation to take like ugly post workout sweaty selfies. It's the place where you can do that, and we're gonna cheer you on. So the name of this group is the Healthy Holiday Challenge, but it's got the Clean Aware Fit undertone below it. That's kind of like our foundation, our pillars of support. So anytime you feel like you have had a clean meal, whether it's the recipe on the recipe list or not, anytime that you have had a moment of insight or awareness or feel something of inspiration or read something of inspiration, please share that with us, as well as your fit components. Whenever you're able to take a walk outside in this beautiful weather, it's beautiful today in Colorado, so I do have to have that precursor that I understand that some of you are from colder places. But anytime you're able to enjoy any sort of movement, stretching, intense workout, anything that ranges between, please share that with us. So get your water, create a foundation, and allow yourself to have flexibility. And then please share with us. And let's begin today just by sharing one thing that you are aiming to do on Monday. So, whether it's to try one of the new recipes, to get a workout in, something, just one thing that you're aiming to do on Monday this week. Have a great rest of your day, and I really look forward to hearing from you and learning from all of you.